Hello, my crafty friends. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Linda Edwards, and I am with Crafty here in Designs. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm going to show you how to make this cute card. We are going to use the Sophisticated Sled stamp set. I think it's really cute. It's an online exclusive item on the Stampin' Up! Website. If you see anything in this video today that you would like to purchase, you can find it at my store, craftyherondesigns.com. I would love to help you unleash your inner creativity with some Stampin' product. So all of this is currently available. So let's go ahead and get started. If you purchase the card set through my classes, they come like this. As you may or may not know, you're going to find an envelope. Your card kit will be everything will be in the envelope for you, including the ribbon. But since you may not be getting the card kit to pieces, I'm going to go ahead and tell you all of the dimensions. So the first is the card base, and it's your standard card base, 8.5 by 5.5, and it is scored at 4 1/4. I like to go ahead and get that settled, burnished, and off to the side. The next layer, here, I'll have my card here. The next layer, this is lemon lolly. No, this is lemon lime twist. Oh my goodness, my little brain freeze there. Lemon lime twist. This layer is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. So it's just 1/8 of an inch smaller than the card base. And then you will have a layer for the inside. This is just basic white, and it is your standard 5 1/4 by 4. That's going to be for the inside. And then you'll have 2 of these pieces. One is designer series paper, and the other is the white. The white layer is 5 1/4 by 2 3/4, and this is 1.5, also 5 1/4. And you could certainly use whichever side you like on your card. Isn't that cute? And then I do have a small piece inside for you for the inside. It's also 5 1/4, but it's only 3/4 of an inch wide. Again, you can use either side. There will be a scrap piece of paper. You'll need that for the embellishment there. And then I also, in your kit, we are going to embellish the envelope. Again, you can use either side of this paper. And this is 6 inches by 2 1/4 inches. And we'll use that to decorate your envelope. The paper, oh my goodness, I forgot to write down the name of the paper. It is the one that comes with the bows. Let me see. Oh, here we go. Take a bow. Take a bow. Take a bow. Designer series paper. And it's got some great colors in it. And I just love for the holidays, I think it's got some beautiful paper. So it's garden green, granny apple green, and real red. But as I said, I'm going to pull in a little bit of lemon lime twist. I thought that was a fun color. And it coordinates well with the paper. So let's get started with the stamping. So we're going to start with this piece of white for the front. And I am going to bring in my Stampin' Pierce mat, because these are all photopolymer stamps. And I don't think this stamp set also comes with dies, so we are going to do a little bit of die cutting. The first thing we're going to do is the sled, and I am using Pebbled Path ink for the outside of the sled. We're going to do some coloring. Let's do it this way. Because the stamp is so much bigger than the ink pad, I like to apply it this way. Normally I put the stamp to the ink pad, but tap, tap, tap. And now this, as you can see, I want it to be up a little high, and I want it centered so that we have room for the sentiment. And here we go. Okay, now it's going to get lighter as the time goes on. It looks kind of dark right now, but it's not. And then the sentiment I'm using is "Let's decorate the season with happiness." This is also from that Sophisticated Sled stamp set. And that is just going to go down here. All right, I'm going to set that aside so it dries a little bit. And I'm going to bring in that piece of scrap paper, and I am going to use the same Pebbled Path ink Now this is a little different. We don't normally do a regular ink with our blends, but we're gonna be careful and we're gonna do it because I just liked the Memento Black was just so harsh. I wanted a softer look. So that's what we're gonna do. And then as long as we're inking, let's go ahead and do the inside. Now this small piece is gonna go here, so I'm gonna just lay it out on there, and I'm gonna bring in my sentiment. I wanted it to specifically say Christmas, and the Sophisticated Sled does not have a sentiment in it that says Christmas. So I went to my stash, and I found this one, Wishing You a Festive Christmas. It is from the Trucking Along stamp set. Remember this one? It actually came out last year. It's still available on the Stampin' Up website. It's got these cute little truck and these fun sentiments. And I thought that decorating and festive, it went well together. So I'm gonna set that aside. We'll glue it all at one time. All right, so that's that. I'm going to bring in a piece of scrap paper because we are going to do some work with the blends, and the blends do go through the paper, and I don't want it to go onto my surface. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's see, we're going to start with the sled, and it's comes pretty straightforward. I'm going to use this is the pecan pie. I'm going to start with the light pecan pie, and I'm just going to color it in nice and lightly. If you have a steady hand, use the brush end. If you're feeling like maybe you're not so steady, go ahead and use the thinner end. Play with it a little bit, see what works for you. Now, one of the little secrets here, this is the light, so we're gonna do the slats, okay? I'm gonna do the dark, you can barely tell, but I am gonna do the crossbars in the darker pecan pie. So one of the little tricks to getting a good, kind of having a steady hand is, I don't know if you can tell, I'm resting the side of my hand on the table. It helps me to keep it straight. You can see I have a little shaking going on there, but that really helps me to keep a steady hand. Resting that side of my hand on the table and then just moving my wrist a little bit, my fingers, keeping my wrist steady, moving my hand. And the other thing to do is to turn your paper. So rather than moving your hand and, rotating that way, keep your hand where you're comfortable, keep it in one place, and then go ahead and rotate your paper. And we are almost done here. I probably should have at least started some of it so that you didn't have to watch me do all this. Well, you could fast forward through it if you wanted to. There we go. I really love this set. I'm going to play around with maybe making some ornaments with the dies. The set comes with a set of dies, the stamp set that will die cut. Not only that, I'm going to show you today, the swag, but also you can die cut the whole sled and make some really cute stuff with it. Okay, so that's the light pecan pie. Now with the dark pecan pie, now I'm going to go with the narrower. Well, I think I am. Okay, the pencil end, right? The pointier end. And I'm just going to go ahead and fill in those crossbars. So give it a little bit more dimension. And you certainly could, or if you had a little overflow and you went on them, you certainly could have done the whole thing in the light and then come back and color in with the dark. That would work as well. And I'm not doing a lot of blending. I feel like there is a lot of dimension already just in the stamp, so I don't feel like I need to do any blending. So that's it. That's straightforward. Now we're going to bring in the swag, and okay, I think I'm going to start with the lemon lime. No, I'm going to start with the granny apple green, and I'm going to start with the dark. And these I'm going to use the flat end or the skinny end. Did you notice on here? See how that's got a fat line there and a skinny line? Gives you a little clue in addition to the picture there, which side is which. Of course, you could always open it and then you would know as well. So let's go ahead and do, I'm going to just do the line there, the line there, and the line there. And then I'm going to bring in, that's the light, oh, that's the dark, excuse me. Now I'm going to bring in the light, and I'm going to blend those together. So, like that. You can see I'm just doing this center flower, and that's where I'm going to come in with the lemon lime twist and do the leaves. I guess this isn't really a flower, it's a leaf. I really had to study it to figure out, is that supposed to be a poinsettia? You know, is it red? I guess I could make it one, couldn't I? Now I've got the dark lemon lime twist, and I'm kind of just coming in and going along the line, the vein, you know, what would be the vein on the leaves. And you will find that you may want to come back. You'll probably have to come back. I know I did. Once I colored the bow, I kind of realized, oh, I missed a few leaves, but that's okay. You can go back and forth. And now I'm just going over those darker lines to blend the colors together to give me just a little more depth in them, in that leaf. All right, and now, let's see, I think that's a leaf too. All right, I'm gonna come in with the red. Now, I did the dark red. See how this is the inside of the ribbon? This is real red because I'm coordinating it with the Designer Series paper. So the inside of the ribbon, I made that one a little darker. And then the outside, the face of the ribbon is going to be a lighter color. Oh, see, already I can see that I missed a leaf there, but that's okay. And again, real red. And just come in. And I didn't really feel like I needed to do a lot of blending with this. There we go. And I'm trying not to, I'm not going over the pebbled path a lot because I want that color to still stand out. On the leaves, it doesn't really matter, but I feel like on the bow, I kind of wanted the outline there. So I'm trying to kind of stay inside the lines, which, you know, I don't normally do. Okay, so now I can see that I missed this leaf over here. Actually, I don't think I need the dark. I just need the light. Here's a little leaf here. All right, and then the berries. I think I'm going to use the dark for the berries. And you could use the light and then come back and do like a little touch of dark on it, but I found that you didn't really notice it. At least I didn't think you could. And we're going to go over that with Wink of Stella, but we're going to let that dry a little bit before we do, because I don't want my Wink of Stella to pick up the red from the berries. Okay, so I think I got them all. I think that's really pretty, don't you? And now we're going to die cut it. So let me push this all off to the side and bring in my cutting machine. And so we've got the standard cutting machine. That's Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So the sandwich, the standard sandwich for die cutting, we've got the number 1, and you can see my cutting plate here is kind of warped and damaged. I've accidentally ran it through a few times without the plate. So I have a shim, just a piece of cardstock that I put inside. I find it gives me a better sandwich. So as your unit wears out, each one can be a little different. Don't hesitate. If you're not getting a good clean cut, go ahead and play around with that and add a piece of cardstock and see if that helps improve your die cutting. For most dies, it doesn't matter, but for the really intricate dies, I find it's really important to have that there. So here we go. Just run that through. And you could certainly fussy cut it if you didn't want to get the dies. That would work as well. Okay. Set that aside. And I think we're ready to assemble our card. So here we go. Card base. Let's see. Let's go ahead and put the inside together. And I'm going to use this same one as on the outside. I like all those colors. There we go. I like to bring it up and make sure that got it. And then do this. Just line it up. Okay, are you a green glue, a liquid glue, or a tape runner kind of person? All right, now this is going to be centered here. We're going to have equidistant on both sides. So we're going to assemble this before we attach everything because we're going to have that ribbon go all the way around. So I like to kind of lay it down, line it up, looks good. And I'm going to go ahead and attach this piece. See what I mean? When you do coloring with the blends, it goes through the back of the paper. So that's why I wanted to make sure that I had something to protect my work surface. And now I am just looking to get these sides all even on those three sides because I've got some freedom to, in the middle there, it doesn't have to be perfect because it's going to be covered by ribbon. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side, kind of have it over a little bit. Make sure it's top to bottom and the left side. And if it overlaps this piece a little, I don't care. Because I'm going to cover it all up. Okay, now I'm going to bring in this ribbon. You might have forgotten about this one too. It actually came out last year. We've had it for a while. It's the dotted ribbon, real red and gold. I just thought it was so pretty. And I just love it with this paper. When I saw this paper, the Designer Series paper in the new catalog, I knew right away that that was something I was going to want to have. I just really like to use those bright colors for Christmas cards. So ribbon and glue dots, I say, go together like peanut butter and jelly. So I'm going to take the glue dot and put it on the back side of the ribbon. And I'm going to run that around like that. And then, make sure it's still up. Do the same thing on this side. Line it up. Okay. And then I can take this piece, rather than trying to tie it, which can be very difficult. You're trying to tie it around your, I'm just, see how I'm kind of twisting it? Because this ribbon has two sides, I'm just twisting it to get it to attach there. And I will, this ribbon cuts beautifully, even just with regular scissors. Some ribbons need ribbon scissors to work, but this one works beautifully. Okay, so now if I'm mailing this, I would go ahead and glue it down here because I am going to put this one up on dimensionals. But if I'm hand delivering it, if I'm hand delivering it, I would put dimensionals on this side too, so you can pop up the whole thing. So you can kind of decide. It's probably fine regardless, but 2 layers of dimensionals sometimes can be too much. So this one, I'm going to go ahead and just glue it all down. And I'm going to go ahead and attach this first before I add my wink of Stella, just because I have to let it dry for a while afterwards. So if you have the luxury of, letting it dry someplace where you're not going to touch it, I would say go ahead and do the Wink Stella first and then attach it. But, you know, either way it works. And then, before I do that, here, I'll show you how to put the designer series paper on the envelope as well. I think it's a nice little touch. Surprise someone. They know when they get their mail that there's something fun in there and not, you know, the standard bill. So you can do that and just do the berries. I think on that one I'm going to just do the berries. I think on this one I did the bow as well, but you can decide what you want to do. I think I'm going to leave that one just the berries so that they stand out a little bit more. So these, it's interesting. I don't know if you can tell, probably can't tell in the video, but this has been done for about, I don't know, a month or so, and it's gotten a little bit darker, and then this one's just light because I just did it, but it will darken over time as well. All right, set that aside, and now I'll bring in the envelope. This is really very straightforward. If you're hanging with me till the end, I appreciate it. I just put some adhesive here, and then we're gonna just lay this on and cut it out. If you'd like to see more videos like this, I'd love for you to follow me on whether it's Facebook or YouTube, and you will be notified when I do upload additional videos. I try to do about one a week. I'm not always on board with that, but I do my best. And many of the videos are from cards that we did in my card class. If you're in the Greensboro, Georgia area, I would love for you to join me in person at a card class. I host them twice a month. And you can find out information from that by signing up for my newsletter, which can be done. The notes for that, the link for the newsletter is in the notes below the video and on my Facebook page. So thanks for joining me today. I hope you like what you see, and I would love to give you if you would give me a thumbs up if you like it. That helps other people find me and my videos. Take care. Have a great day. Bye for now.